Let's get started.
Maiyegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará yìí. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Maiyegun já wa sí. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í kó níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Maiyegun máa wí. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Maiyegun Diary, Diary Politico. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Maiyegun. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ ṣẹ́ o, kẹ́gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Àní Maiyegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Maiyegun Diary, Maiyegun #1. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì.
Hello, viewers. You're welcome to another edition of Maiyegun Diary Politico. I am glad you tuned in today, and today's edition promises to be another explosive one as usual. Let's get started.
Thank you so much, Joseph. I love that voice. Thank you. One of my amazing fans, Joseph, sent the audio to me, and it's quite classic. So if you haven't shared the broadcast before we get fully into it, please do.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin òwò. Ayé ẹ̀sùn rákì. Òkúra olóṣèlú. Ayé ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì.
Maiyegun ti dé. Thank you so much for joining me again tonight. I have a lot of stuff to talk about, but I want to focus my attention tonight on those I, particularly want to call the intellectually dishonest people. We've had so many distractions. We've had so many other hustlers who have been hustling everyone to keep and remain in Nigeria because of what they are getting from Nigeria. But there are also those who are intellectually dishonest people, those you kind popularly known as the politically correct people, but they are worse than that. Being politically correct can say, well, you are in a way trying to not say the truth. But there are actually people who are intellectually dishonest. Nigeria is getting to a stage whereby only people who can tell themselves the truth, only those who are telling themselves the truth, are prepared for what the Fulani terrorists have brought upon everyone. We have gotten to that stage whereby you, as a person, you should begin to ask yourself, that how many times are you going to be asked, or how many times are you going to be told that Nigeria is not for you? I will do my best tonight to bring you to that time, to make you see why you should never be among those who they have made so useless that they are clinging onto an hopeless situation, manufacturing their own hope. When do you really think, or how many times do you really think you will be told that Nigeria is not for you? An announcement was made today by Buhari. You see, Nigeria is meant to be a place where, every stakeholder, every federating unit, everyone from every part of the country is represented genuinely in day-to-day running of that country. But that is not the case. The fact that Boko Haram came and he exposed the long time imbalance, I'll use that word now, the long time imbalance, the long time overbearing, overriding of the rest of Nigeria by the Fulani oligarchs. It's only when Boko Haram came. It was when Boko Haram came that he exposed everything. People were not paying attention, or people were trying to say, it doesn't matter, just do your own thing. They started paying attention because Boko Haram came. And now we have one ethnic nationality that is now lording or trying to lord it over the rest of the country simply because those who have seized power, they are those who are pretty much in bed, in tune with the terrorist tendencies of this Fulani terrorists in particular. Because they are in power, which we understand. But if not because Boko Haram came to power, many people who have been telling themselves lies, those intellectually dishonest people telling you that if they are not telling you that God told them, they will be telling you that they read it in a book. They will be telling you that they went to Harvard or went somewhere grammatically and all of that, manipulating you, changing the subject in order to divert and distract your attention from the way you should react to every madness going on in Nigeria. But these intellectually dishonest people continue to build false hope, especially. But when Boko Haram came, he exposed everybody. Alaye, carry your cross. All man to his tent. If you no be Fulani, forget it. If they give you anything in that Nigeria, just believe that now your God bless you. Like you have to be blessed by your God. You have to be, you have to be favored in order for you to feel like you are a Nigerian. So I have come to that conclusion that Nigeria is not for me. And if Nigeria allow me to choose, of course, I will join my own brothers and sisters to carry and then, wave the flag of Oduduwa land, a country that I can personally say and tell my children that I happen to be the generation of those who brought about the peace and unity, prosperity that Nigeria stole from us. And that is something that we are asking for peacefully. So let's take it back again. Somebody was, let's take it back to where Boko Haram started from. The impunity that is now about to to break Nigeria into so many countries. The rest of the world know that it is just a matter of time. Whether it's going to be 5 years, whether it's going to be 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, they know there is a matter of time before Nigeria will completely disintegrate. It won't even last that long. Not with these guys in. Do you get what I mean now? They know. And when Boko Haram came in, as a reminder, he told all of us clearly that if you don't belong to the 97%, the 97% who gave him power, don't expect to be treated as a Nigerian. Forget it. And if you are ever treated as a Nigerian, as part of those who come from that part who never, the 5%ers, you should count yourself lucky. Don't think you should expect anything. And meanwhile, generally, everybody have to agree that they are from the same country and they have the same rights. But as we will have it, Boko Haram, who promised 97%, that they will be better than the 5%, at 97%, at 5%, at 100%, at 0%, everybody is now crying, trying to escape from the terrorists that Boko Haram unleashed on them. Okay, so I have two guys I want to share with you. One is a certified, intellectually dishonest person, and he's going to prove me right very soon. Okay, if you ask those who want to keep Nigeria one, those who can speak grammar, speak carefully and all of that, those intellectually dishonest people, right? When you ask them, give us one reason why we should keep up, remain as part of Nigeria, to let you know that they don't have any answer, then they will begin to talk about round it. They'll be turning round and round and round, and then talking jargons and jargons and jargons. By the time they finally come back to that question you asked, you will be tired of any answer they give that time. You just say, okay, sir. It is intentional, and we are going to expose them too. And that's one thing that you enjoy on Maiyegun's diary, Politico. You will be able to see through people. You will be able to see through the same character, the same men who have used these different disguises at different times to present or make themselves as opinion leaders, opinion molders. So I'm going to share one with you. A very, very, very good intellectually corrupt, dishonest human being. You watch that. Then you're also going to watch another person who is also trying to be politically correct. Unfortunately, these two people, they come from Oduduwa land. And these two people, they will publicly, if you hold them better, they will publicly deny Oduduwa Republic. One is disguising, one is intellectually dishonest, and that person is this person. The first one I'm going to, like I said, when you want to know those who are intellectually dishonest, the type of people that try to inspire people to believe in Nigeria, when you ask them, can you give me one good reason why I should still remain in this Nigeria, sir? Sir, I respect you a lot. What do you think? Then they will start the story. Some of the stories, as usual, they are useless. They are unrelated. But because of who they are, to distract you, divert your attention, water your water your determination, water it down, and then completely destroy that ability to continue to ask for that question or ask for answer. It is intentional, okay? And this person suits that frame perfectly well. An intellectually bankrupt, intellectually dishonest, a morally bankrupt, a complete fake liar. It will sound intelligent. Check this out.
Pastor Bakare, in the same light, what do you think can trigger the chain of reaction that you said it needs to happen in 2021, not 2023. But for the people in this room, what should they be doing as soon as they step out of that door?
Thank you very much. I'm a storyteller sometimes. It helps me to navigate through difficult questions that the likes of Sean will ask. When my second son was 10 years old, he told me, "Dad, I would like to have a pool party." At that time, we didn't have a swimming pool in the house because I wanted them to learn how to swim first, lest we have casualty. But at this time, they had learned how to swim. You want a pool party? I'll have to build one. So I called my neighbor who was an engineer and somebody else. They designed, and we got a man to build a pool. Just a few days to the birthday, the man said, "We have to renegotiate. The price has changed." I wanted to build a pool downwards, in the ground, but the ground would not permit me, so we have done a service pool. Too much concrete had gone into it. You will need extra money. And what he was asking for was like, say, about $500,000 more. And I was so angry, I said, "Break it down and get out of here. I'm tired. You are milking me." I said all kinds of things. The man explained. I said, "This is trash. You are trying to cheat me." Then I went back into the room and I remembered the promise I made to my son, that you have that pool party. I said, "Oh God." So I called him back and said, "Okay, take the money and And it finished. On the day of the party, I was looking at the eyes of my son and friends. It was so bright. They were so happy. And God asked me a question after the party. Why did you not break the pool down? I said, I've spent so much, and because of my son. He said, you see why I have not destroyed you? Because I'm putting so much into your life. It is stakeholders that will build Nigeria, not spectators. It's because you are not putting anything in the ground here and you are thinking of plan A, B, C, D. I agree with you. It's not wrong to have other plans, but temporarily you may have to relocate so that you don't suffocate. But believe me honestly, stakeholders don't, like pillars, move. They stay until they fix it. My story is known to this church. I was born lame in both legs. I didn't walk for 3 years. I was crawling and crawling. My mother did not abandon me. She stayed through until I could walk, and I became who I am today. I'm eternally grateful to her for that long suffering, for staying with it. If we are going to build this nation, we can't afford to be spectators. We've got to be stakeholders. We must have something that we are committed to. My children school abroad. They went to America, they went to Britain, but before they left home, we signed a family constitution. The maximum 1 month after your graduation, you are coming back to this country. This country has given us so much, we must give back to it. And we must make it a better place for other people so that they don't even have to go abroad for the kind of education you have received. Friends, you are either a termite or you are an ant, a stakeholder or a spectator. If this country means anything to you, this is the time to say, in my own territory of influence, beginning from my family, beginning from my place of work, I would start to let people see what a Nigerian of our dream, not Nigerian, what a Nigerian of our dream should be. It's up to you. It's up to me.
We will work with you to build a Nigeria that is not corrupt. I bring you a message of hope. We are going to spend a lot of resources on education.
Do you understand that? That is what they do. Okay? They pretend to be intelligent. But did you hear that? It took you through the story of his son. His son needed a pool. And then the person was charging him more. They are talking about like Nigeria that is about to break up. Is bringing the story of his own son's birthday. And then, because the person wanted to charge him more, he told him to just break it. He picked the word break Nigeria to break my son birthday pool. He is a rich man. Are you with me? He is rich enough to build pool for his own children. He is rich enough for his children to avoid completely that rotten, destroyed education in Nigeria to go to America. He can afford it. Many people can afford that too. Many other rich people who are not pastors, okay? They are not pastors. They are not, they are not powerful people, as you would say. Are you with me? But this man is now pushing it back to you. His children got educated in America, in the UK. And they said they signed a family constitution that they have to come back to Nigeria. To do what? To come and join the business now, family business. Abi? While all of you, well, not like these guys, whose own colleagues were kidnapped by Fulani terrorists, the Funab boys.
It's either your mouth working, your brain is working, or your hand is working. So we want to especially acknowledge the presence of the man, this is the chairman, the president from Simeon.
They were peacefully protesting the kidnapping of their school, their colleagues. They still haven't told us if they have found them. Oh. Are you with me? But if you pay attention to Tunde Bakaru's video, his statement, they were asking about what do you then think should be done when people say they want to break up. That's when he brought about the story of his son's swimming pool. But that's what they do. Or if you think, well, not always those who are intelligent, okay, that does that. Because there's also a mumu man, a dumbo. Who are you?
Differently by different people. Man of integrity, man of honor, incorruptible. Some simply say you are phenomenal in Nigeria's political landscape. How will you describe yourself personally? Who is Muhammadu Buhari?
Well, I like to start by praising teachers of my generation. I spent 9 years in boarding school, 3 years in primary boarding, and 6 secondary school. Now I think they do 5 years or 4, I don't know how many years. The teachers then, they were treating children and students like their own children. If you do well as a student, they praise you in the classroom and in the assembly hall, which is held daily, 6 times a week. If you misbehave, you will be flogged in front of your class or in the whole assembly hall. So the best out of you is brought physically and academically. You have to be well to survive. You have to do well, be doing well to survive. I was a class monitor. I was a junior prefect. I was a senior prefect. I was a head boy. I earned all those, and I know what I went through. But without good teachers, I wouldn't have been able to do it.
So who is Muhammadu Buhari?
I think I went through hell throughout my career in the military. I was a lieutenant in Lagos during the first coup, 15th January 1966. And if you bother about Nigerian history, you read coup, counter coup, civil war, coup, counter coup. I was all in it, including in detention for 3 and a quarter.
Coup, counter coup. So what's the difference between Bokwari's answer, and Tunde Bakaru's answer? The difference is that Bokwari is intellectually daft. So we understand that one. But you see, Tunde Bakaru is intellectually fraudulent. He can use manipulation and all of that, you know what I'm talking about, to make you feel like your question is not supposed to be a question. It will throw it back to you and say, you too, what are you doing? You see, that's what they do. And these are the people that we have done so well to continue to demystify. Are you with me? Another thing they deploy most of the time, okay, is to use your fear against you. What does that mean? They know you don't like violence. They know you don't want to be killed. They know that you don't want to lose your job or any means of a livelihood. All these things are the things that they ensure they threaten you with. They will tell you that it's either you're going to lose them if you continue the way of asking more questions, questioning them and all of that. Okay, you are just going to bring war. When you ask for referendum, the intellectually fraudulent people, intellectually dishonest people, they will tell you that asking for referendum is asking for war. When you see them, when you ask, oh, self-defense, you defend yourself against the terrorists, against the Fulani invaders, the intellectually dishonest people will tell you that that is extreme. Let the government protect you. Are you with me? Let the government protect you. Why should you go and protect yourself? Are you trying to bring war? When you ask for all these things, that instead of them to engage you, they will bring their rabble-rousing diversion into it. It is deliberate. And when you hear people like that, don't ever be distracted. The second person I said I was going to show you, I have a guest I'm bringing on tonight. To my friends who have been using the Sendwave app through the link in Maiyegun's Diary Politico and on Maiyegun's Diary Politico platform, Josh is going to be joining us from Florida, United States this afternoon. Is the representatives of the Sendwaves. He was here a few weeks back. Then he's going to be back tonight to answer your questions. I'm going to bring him in. Bring him on rather in another maybe 25 minutes. Okay, so he will answer all your questions. He's probably watching as well, So the second person I want to share with you is also a known face. I won't mention his name. This time around, I want you to pay attention, as that one too, instead of him to use his position, as the representatives of the gods in Yoruba land. Don't let me break it. But about the disguise, he's talking about, but I want you to pay attention to the keyword of what he said, what he had to say in this video. I have a lot to add after this. They are feeling it. If anybody tells you that all this, they are not feeling all this, tell that person that that person is not paying attention. They may be disguising. We'll always be ahead. And once we have the number of people to run these people out of town, they will be gone and you will never see them again. That time is close. Yes, it is. African Wahala. Thank you so much, my brother from YouTube there. Africa Wahala. Guys, pay attention to this name. Pay attention to this image. Very soon, Africa Wahala will have a platform on Diaspora Radio International. Africa Wahala will be joining our platform from the United States. So, African Wahala will be bringing his Wahala to the doors or doorstep of our traducers, our oppressors. African Wahala, thank you. Watch this.
His Eminence spoke as well. And you can see the trajectory of everything that they are saying the same thing. The gatekeepers of their nation are here, the service chiefs. And if you look at this all, on the average, the age of each and every one of us here is between the bracket of 50 and about 60, early 60s. And anybody can challenge me if I'm wrong. Our their country that has brought all of us together here, the youngest serving governor is only 46 years old. And we all know the demography of this country. The demography of this country is above 50, all the way to age of dependency is less than 30%. But between the age of 18 to under 40, we have them in numbers of more than 70%. And we're talking about security here. Who are the active participants whenever we have breakdown of law and order? It is the average age of 18 to 39. And that's the truth. Are they ghosts? Are they invisible? The answer is no. They are human beings. Even our laws, our constitution, they will say at some point, very active civil servants will live on the average of 60 years old. Because they know why. Because they are getting tired. Maybe the judiciary extends till 70 years old. Some 65. They wouldn't say 35 or 30 years, whichever comes earlier. We all know all these laws. But every time we're talking the talk, we're talking the talk. Number 2 man, number 3 man, number 4 man, they are all saying the same thing the way His Eminence said it. And the participants are not faceless. They are not ghosts. It is very idiotic and stupidity for us to be doing the same thing over and over and over again and expect a different result. We will continue to get the same result. Let's be very truthful and honest to ourselves in this country. We all know the problems. How well are we carrying along these people in that age bracket who are representing that age bracket in this hall? The answer is no. We are not engaging them at all. But whenever we want to go for political posts, appointments, we go back to them. We know the good, we know the bad, and the ugly in their category. As traditional rulers, they are the most active in our system. Let us tell ourselves the truth. They are hungry and they are angry. I repeat, they are hungry and they are very angry. All of us that are here, I'll be very happy if anybody can raise up their hand and say, I can go to my area of constituents, my local governments, and I can stay there in peace for 1 week. Who can do it here? Including our gatekeepers. Who can do it here? Including the Senate President, including the Speaker. But you left the traditional rulers. You left district heads, the baales, to continue to stay there. And you are saying all will be well in this country. We are the ones facing these youths. We know their problems. And we have been talking every time. You sit in beautiful offices and you all think all will be well. Let us be very truthful in this country. Look at this beautiful building. As beautiful as this building is, if the foundation is wrong, the entire building will collapse because the foundation has a problem. In this gathering, the Senate President mentioned the key factor, the collapse of local government. It has collapsed. Let's be very truthful to ourselves. It has completely collapsed because that's the only arm of government that is, number one, the foundation of this country. You don't have any other foundation. We are only building on a castle that has been completely broken down.
Okay. Arole Odua, Kabiesi, thank you. Do you see the shame I'm talking about? That is Arole Odua. That man you just watched now, that royal father you just watched now, is more powerful, more historically. He comes from a very powerful nation. He is more powerful than Uthman Danfodio, Sultan Nshokoto. But you see, Arole Odua in a hall talking about the problem of the young people, the local government administration, speaking to strangers who will never, ever have anything to do with whatever is wrong with your people in wherever you come from. They are not interested. But if there is any resources there, you will see the Federal Fulani Republic of Nigeria. So it's a shame. I don't know how you guys see it anymore. From the moment I have already detached myself from Nigeria, you know, when I see the royal fathers say they are calling a meeting about Nigeria, and you see them lamenting about the sufferings of the people and how close they are to the people. Arole Oodua is begging that because he knows that when the people come, you see those in Abuja, Bajabi Amoron, or what's that one's name, or Shibade, the rest of them, even your first lady in Lagos State, your mommy in Lagos State, Remi Werekwe, they will, from Abuja, they will pick their second passport for their second countries. Boom, they will be gone. They know that the royal fathers, now them go first feel the pro. That is why the people we have to first draft into the Oduduwa Republic campaign are the royal fathers. Tell them, the politicians will abandon them. Same way the politicians have abandoned the communities right now. Royal fathers, royal father. Now, Fulani terrorists are kidnapping royal fathers. Royal father, they pay ransom. When we were growing up, they said you said there's something called Kakaki Oba. It's like this long trumpet. You know, they blow it whenever a king wants to enter a town. They say if you steal Kakaki Oba, if you steal it, where are you going to blow it? That people will not know. So you can't steal Kakaki Oba in Yoruba land. Not to talk of stealing Oba. Do you understand that narrative? You cannot steal the voice of the king. That is that long trumpet. Woo! The old people in that town, they will know, hey, somebody powerful is coming. That must be a king. Now, if you steal it, what are you going to do with it? That was what we were told when we were growing up. Now that I have grown, now that I have grown, I have realized that they don't see this Kakaki Oba. We forget Kakaki Oba. They will take the whole king. Kabiesi, they pay ransom. Irumole, everybody just bone. That's the situation. So we should begin to tell our royal fathers in Yoruba land that, number one, all of you are just figurehead. They put all of you under the local government administration. Even if they tell you that, you see Alaafin of Oyo, by law, Alaafin of Oyo is under the local government chairman, Atiba local government chairman. Do you know that? But if the governor of the state, whoever is the governor, if he feels like, okay, I want to respect him, I'll just, like that. In your Nigeria law, that's what they have put your Oba. Everybody is just living that, cruise life. That is why Arole Oodua, when we were growing up, I remember what the story my friend, a brother, told me the last time I was in London. And he said, when Ojaja traveled to Shagamu to install the Akaribo, the Ojaja, Ooni of Ife told the story of how Ooni of Ife, anyone who is Ooni Risha, they don't go out. Once they make you Ooni, nobody will see your face again. Do you understand that now? So Ooni Risha don't leave their palace. But they say something happened. It's a long story, Sha. Ooni started going out. Last. So they said they started the idea with whenever Ooni Risha will have to go out, all of the royal fathers in Yoruba land, they will have to also leave their palaces until Ooni return to his palace. A long one. But today, our Ooni Risha is now a motivational speaker, inspirational speaker, chatting for one Nigeria, and presenting the case of his own people who have become trapped in the land that I believe that our ancestors given to us. That's the stamp of authority of the office of Ooni of Ife. And every royal father, they are supposed to represent Yoruba land. But when you see them anywhere, they are talking about one Nigeria. Because if they don't talk one Nigeria or one Nigeria, Mekuturu Fulani herdsman, they will use that crown to drink kunu. When they will tie the hand of the king to the back, your royal father, they will tie his hand to the back. If he doesn't talk about one Nigeria, they will tie his hand to the back, they will collect his crown, and they will pour kunu into the crown, and they will share the kunu among themselves, and your king will be there before they will behead him. That's what they do. And that is something that the millions of us should be ashamed of. We should really be ashamed of this. And that is why when you see Oni go out to beg, let's remind Oni that, oh, Nirisha, when the sky come falling, I hope they have provided you your own private jet in times of emergency. I hope, Kabiesi, because stay in Ife. Don't go to all these places again. We have said this many times. Every time you go out there to promote one Nigeria, what you are promoting is that you are promoting the continued genocidal attack on the Yoruba people, which the Fulani terrorists are currently carrying out. So when you listen to all these guys, I'm saying it to you now, please don't listen to them. Please don't listen to them. If you have been listening to them many times, once they open their mouth and they start talking about this one Nigeria, please stop listening to them. Yeah, they will call you rabble rousers, okay? They will tell you that you don't understand what you're talking about. They will tell you that you're asking for what? For asking for referendum. They will tell you that for speaking up, you cannot just be talking anyhow. That is why you get arrested. That's why you get killed. You can't express yourself. All these conditions being given to you is them. That is them, trying to use your fear to suppress you. Look at me very well, Their intention is to kill you anyway. Whether they kill you physically or they kill you economically or die and I die. They say dollar is now $410 from CBN to banks now. That means if you have to change 1 naira to $1 in Nigeria now, you should go and get ready to spend between 450 to 470 naira. Pound sterling is already close to 700 naira per pound. So they kill you economically. If they kill you physically, you are lucky. The people will say you won't have to face what those who are still alive are facing or what they are still going to face in the hand of this terrorist. So you have a choice. Choose it wisely. I'm going to bring my guest in quickly. He's going to be with us for about 10-15 minutes. All right. So in another 2-3 minutes, I'm going to bring him in and bring him on rather. So when he gets on there, he's going to answer some of your questions as timely as possible. He has so limited time. So Josh will join us in a moment. And before then, let me go and take some tea break. When I get back, we will continue. You get that? But meanwhile, for those who may not know that accidental discharge is not just about guns in Nigeria anymore. To let you know how messed up Nigeria is, Abi. Now you have grenade what is that called again? Accidental grenade discharge. You haven't seen anything. I'll be back.
Okay, there is no suicide bombing in Ebonyi or bomb explosion in Ebonyi. Actually, today, regrettably, a mobile police inspector, E.D. Aminu, a personnel of Mopo 32 Abakaleke attached to Afikpo special duty, while handling his hand grenade, which he hooked on his belt. According to them, his own elbow hit the hand grenade forcefully, and the thing exploded and killed him. There's no suicide bombing. There's no explosion in Ebonyi. It was as a result of an accidental discharge of a hand grenade that killed the mobile police who was handling it. Yes. Okay. So that was what happened. There's no suicide bombing in Ebonyi. Okay, considering the security situation of the country, whosoever that posted that video has actually caused trouble. He has misled the reading public a lot. Please let this news go very wide. That in Ebonyi, there's no such thing in Ebonyi. It was just like I said, I want to re-emphasize that what happened today is an unfortunate incident for the Nigerian police. An inspector of police was lost today as a result of his own equipment, which he goes to work every day. Hand grenade is actually popularly known as tear gas. He hung it on his belt, and in the process, his hand hit on it forcefully from the top, and the thing exploded and wounded him. When he was rushed to the hospital, he was confirmed dead by a medical doctor on duty. That was all that has happened. It's not a bomb explosion. Neither do we have a suicide bomber in Ebonyi, as been reported or circulated on social media platform. No. It's the policeman. And the people around know that there was lying. That was a lie. It's not a suicide bomber, it's a police inspector. Like I said to you, that was what happened.
That's Nigeria police. So grenade, tear gas, in the same sentence, in the same press release by this police spokesperson. Baba, Nigeria at a cast beyond what you can possibly comprehend. Police carrying a tear gas to work every day. Okay, fine. Now tear gas is grenade exploded. No, I just had to actually bring that up there. Okay, so my guest seems not to be on the seat, so we're going to continue with our program before he's ready. So I'm having, I think he's here. Right, so I have Josh. Like I said, Josh, some of you saw him the last time he was here, talking about the usage of Sendwave. So I'm going to quickly borrow part of your time, everyone, where I'm going to bring Josh on tonight. He has some good news for us, some updates, especially to some of my friends in some part of this world. So, Josh.
How's it going, Politico? How are you? Can you hear me?
I'm well. Can you hear me?
I can hear and see you as well. I like your background.
I know. Thank you. So it's good to see you, by the way. I thought I'm just going to change it again. But quickly, Josh, the last time we were here, we were still trying to figure out how my friends are going to, because many of them, like I said, many of them have been using Sendwave before now. But bringing it to Politico, Maiyegun's Diary Politico, gives us the opportunity as a community too, to experience what it is and talk about it. And from now, from the last time you were here, we have had many of my friends who have downloaded this app and used it as well. So what is the latest? What's the response so far in the last 2 weeks or 3 weeks?
I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be speaking to, all your followers and your viewers and answer any questions possibly at the end. But we definitely have a few updates that we definitely want to share with the users and the world. I think the first thing that we want to announce is that, right now, if you do send money to Nigeria, for every dollar that is received from the recipient side, the recipient will receive 5 naira. Hand in hand with that dollar. That's a new CBN initiative that they've actually extended indefinitely. So for example, if I'm here in the US, UK, Canada, France, wherever I'm sending from, and I'm sending money to my loved one in Nigeria, and I send, for example, $100, that recipient and my loved one can go to the bank and pick up that $100 cash, USD, as well as receive 500 naira from the bank teller as well. So that's $5 naira for every $1 received. So that's the first update. I think it's a great incentive, definitely for users of Sendwave who are interested in sending money to send now more than ever. More money is never a problem, right?
Shouldn't be or should never be, right?
Exactly.
Told me that new banks you'll be adding new banks to the platform anytime soon. Just like some new countries have been added too.
Correct.
You be specific on them, please.
Yeah. So as of right now, as the latest, we've partnered with Access Bank, Fidelity Bank, Zenith Bank, and GTB Bank. Great. And we're actually adding First Bank and UBA in the next week or two. So for any of our users and any of your followers who bank with First Bank or UBA, be on the lookout, because we'll definitely be launching those as bank partners for cash pickup options and domiciliary account sends as well. And then in regards to a new country send, we've actually announced that we'll be launching France. So we launched France as of last week. So if any viewers from France who are looking to send money to Nigeria, now is your time. Make sure to download the app, enter your information, enter your recipient's information, and you can go ahead and send that USD into their account. Once again, all of our sending countries are, you can send from the US, you can send from the UK, Canada, Ireland, Italy, Spain, and now France. So quite exciting news.
Go on. There's one thing I want to. There's this question a fan asked just a moment ago. So I decided to save that for you. Okay. Yep. Her name is Priscilla Ijoma. So she asked that she downloaded Sendwave already. Okay, she did, and but didn't find any space to put in the promo code Politico. Please help me. I need to send money to Nigeria. She is about to use the app, right? Do you mind describing in a simple way how did you get that code in? Can you?
Yeah, and that's a really great question, Priscilla, and I'm glad that you answered that. That's going to help a lot of users who may have the same issue. So when you download the app and you log in, you'll see a screen just like this, and on the top right corner, right over here, where you have a little profile picture, just click on it, and then it says enter promo code. So I don't know if you can see it, but enter promo code, and that's where you can enter the word Politico and receive $5 or €5 or £5 to your first transfer. It's that simple. Just once again, download the app. On the top right, you'll see a little figurehead. Just click on that little button, and you'll get transferred to the menu. And then in that menu, there's an enter promo code, and that's where you can enter Politico to receive the $5 or €5 or £5, depending on where you're sending from.
I told my friends the last time that it is always free to send money through Sendwave, and I've had about 30 of them who have used the promo code as of today. From the last time we checked. So and then we've had about 100 and something who have downloaded it as well. They've not really used it. So what would you like to say to my? Because I know what I'm going to say to them anyway. But what would you like to say if you encourage them to use this app? I mean, it's free, isn't it?
So it is free. It's affordable, and it's free if you're sending from the UK. If you're sending from the UK or anywhere from the European countries, it'll be free. But if you're sending from the US, we do charge only 1% fee on transfers. Probably one of the lowest associated fees in the market with any money transfer app. But it is completely free if you're sending from the UK or any of the European sending countries. And for anyone who has downloaded the app and has not sent as of yet, like I said, it's prime time to send money now. Like I said, the new CBN incentive, for every dollar that you send or for every dollar that is received from your loved one in Nigeria, they'll receive an additional 5 naira. So more money in their pocket for sure. We have a great incentive for any new users. Politico, put in the promo code Politico to receive an extra €5, £5, $5. And then also really quickly, lastly, we do have a referral program. So for anyone who is a fan of Sendwave and using Sendwave on a regular basis, if you go back to that same menu as to where you enter the promo code. So once again, if you go straight to the little top right corner,
right,
that top right corner, there's a section where it says invite friends. If you select invite friends, you will receive an actual promo code yourself that you can share with your grandma, with your mom, with your brother, with your sister, and whenever they send money, you'll receive an extra $5 as well, or €5 or £5 to your transfer. So there's a lot of great incentives. So if you have something, go ahead.
I'm hearing that for the first time, by the way, George, that if you use the referral, I've seen the referral, button on the app.
Yep.
So if I use the referral button, it generates me a code, which is a promo code. And if I give that to somebody to use, then if they use that, I get £5 from
exactly. Exactly. We're here. We're in the business of sharing the love. We want to make sure that people, are aware of our app and that we're here to help. And we want to make sure that, when people do send money, that they are getting something in return as well. We want to make it as easy as possible and super affordable and super fast and super secure. So three new reasons why to send with Sendwave, right? The first one, the 5 additional naira for every dollar that's received. We have a referral program, so the referrer gets 5 additional dollars or pounds or euros if they refer a friend and they use a special code. And then also new bank partners. We have Access Bank, Fidelity, Zenith, GT Bank, and now we're launching First Bank and UBA in the next week or two. So If there's any more reason to send money now, it's those reasons.
Great. I thought we could take calls. Time seems to be also not much on our side. Josh. Yeah. So you know what? Thank you so much for making an appearance again tonight. Okay.
No, thank you for having me.
Questions, you know, as it goes. Some of the questions are going to be in the comment. Okay. You can take your time, please. All right. Pick someone you can reply to. They will be glad to hear from you. Thank you so much, Josh. You have a good evening. I'm going to see you some other time.
Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. Have a good night. Right. So before I open the line for everybody to call in, because it seems that my 1 hour is almost done before I open the line. So we're talking about those who will tell you why you should stay with Nigeria without giving any reliable reason other than to ask you to either be a stakeholder, be a builder, be this or be that. And once you become that, then you can build Nigeria for them. It's a fraud that you should never fall for. Not anymore, by the way. Not anymore. So I picked up another video. This time around, it starts to do with people's own reactions towards what they know. But when you meet these intelligent, or let me say intellectually dishonest people, they work daily. They work every now and then to discourage people from thinking right. You see, when you say, I'll just break this whole thing up, the intellectually fraudulent people will tell you, no, you don't just, you just have to, so they will either ask you, you just have to pray. Okay, what have you done to make Nigeria better? So they push it to you. And then you'll be like, okay, what do you want me to do to make Nigeria better? You get that? They do that to discourage you from asking the right questions. And since they won't give you the right answers, they are also trying to discourage you from taking finding your own answers. Some of us have found our own answers. And the answer is what? Yoruba Nation now. And there's something I want to talk about, I want to talk about partnership, so to say, when it comes to this Oduduwa Republic and many other republics that are trying to come out of the rumbles of a collapsing Nigeria. Are you with me? Well, I'll share this first.
The situation in the country now is terrible.
Before, we bandits are disturbing us, but right now, Boko Haram has taken over almost 3 local governments in Niger State.
We have never had this so bad.
It's like intentionally they don't want to tackle the matter.
The government officials who are bargaining with them know them. They are working together. That's the way I look at it.
If they were serious, if the federal government are serious about the tackling of this matter, the insecurity, they cannot move with Fantami. He's a supporter of the terrorists. And then some people are just saying the Boko Haram are illiterate, Boko Haram, they don't know what they are doing. All this is deception. The Boko Haram, where the Boko Haram stand, the federal government knew it. I always said it, and I will continue to say it. They always used to meet with them where they are staying, where they are feeding them, how they are taking care. They are always together with them, and they are deceiving people that they don't know where they are. It's not only Fantami. We have one medical doctor consultant in 2009 for second attack of Boko Haram, 2009. The first attack of Boko Haram is 2006. In the second attack, he carried firearms, fought with the military. When the military went to arrest him, the hospital authority, under the Professor Otman Kari, they put him to ambulance to keep the Kano from Kano to Egypt. After 8 months, came back. He's working in the teaching hospital. He's a Boko Haram member. So they have a very terrible plan against Nigeria, particularly this government. And the Mr. President is aware, and he knew it. And they did it because they want him to take over. President Buhari can never fight insecurity, because insecurity had brought him into this power, and he can never fight it.
I hope that makes sense to you. Anyway, everybody is talking about Bukwari. Well, we found him again, or we found the mask wearer, whichever one you want to, all right? So we found him, and he had this to say too.
This is a situation that only God knows when it will happen, and it happened. And it happened at a time when the security situation in the country is a fundamental issue. And to lose such a choice officers just increase our problems. But we know what we are in for, and we will continue to work hard and pray hard so that God will give us the power.
Answers. And all of us. And all of us. Answer. And body. And body. Olórí burúkú ni wọ́n aládẹ̀wò. Ẹ kórí burúkú ẹ bá Nàìjíríà jẹ́. Ráìsì wọn, ráìsì di 1 foreign rice tí a tún wá ń jẹ yìí. Wọ́n sì ohun rẹ̀ ń jẹun, ohun dájú ní táwọn ń jẹ lọ. Kò ní yẹ yan ó parí. Ó dàbẹ̀ kórí.
So it has gotten to that. And the lifeless breeding mannequin. I just wanted to share that part. It's not because he has anything to say. All right. The killings continues. All right. The kidnapping continues. Now, us in Yoruba land, we are, like I told you, now we are having the cases now, 2-3 kidnappings in different parts of Yoruba land, at least every day. In Benue today, the report from Benue, you've seen the video, you've seen the pictures. I was watching a picture on, I think it was on Sahara Reporters today. In fact, it was actually on social media. And I was like, they said 80-something people killed in Benue. 80-something human beings. And they put all of them, every one of them, they laid them down right there. Dead bodies, slaughtered by Fulani terrorists. I thought Autumn told us that the people of Benue should defend themselves. They should no longer complain. Baba, the governor that failed to tell his people that they can carry AK-47, the governor that was telling his people to get knives, stones, kondo, everything, to go and fight and defend themselves. Well, they have killed over 80 people. They slaughtered them, men, women, children. I'm going to look for that image. I don't want to share that with, I don't want to share that on this screen so that we don't get kind of a suspended or anything. That's today. That's Nigeria. And every day I keep telling people that those who are trying to be politically correct, those who have always been intellectually fraudulent, you know them, they have faces, they have names, they are people you know. And every time they speak, they tell you to stay in Nigeria. They're asking to be safe somewhere else. It's asking for war. How can you be asking for referendum and somebody will tell you that because God told him, or because he's done so well, or because he saw one vision, or because he read it somewhere, that Nigeria was still going to be great, and therefore you, the potential victim of this invasion, you have to wait too. Their children have a passport of different countries. I hope you know that. Their children are citizens of different countries. And they are not just citizens, they are pretty much like privileged citizens in Nigeria, privileged citizens elsewhere, all over the world, because they've bought it for them with your money. And such people will come and tell you, their stakeholders build Nigeria. Build where? Let the stakeholders who wants to build Nigeristan go and build Nigeristan. Let other stakeholders build Oduduwa Republic. Let the other stakeholders build the Biafra Republic. Not this wretched, wrecked Nigeria. That's what we are saying, So how many times do you? How many times do you have to? We have to tell you that Nigeria is not for you. I can go on and on and on so many things you know about yourself. Things that makes you have to be treated just exactly where you come from. I have grown up. I've grown enough in this world to know that the Igbo profiling, the Yoruba profiling, and all other profiling in Nigeria has finally now zeroed down onto the Biafrans. They are gaslighting them. Not because they started it yesterday. They have always been doing it, but many of us have never paid attention. And here we are. I was screaming, shouting, telling you, they say, Maiyegun, shut up, come back home, blah, 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 blah. They are going to kidnap you from your way to school. They are going to kidnap you from your different. You will be doing burial. They will come in and they will take you. And you have to, as you are spending money for burial, you'll be spending money for ransom. As you are traveling from Ondo to Ibadan, if they say how much is Ondo to Ibadan, 2,500 naira, you will not scream. They will say how much is Ondo to Ibadan if I fly. They say 15,000 naira. Baba, which one better? To fly with 15,000 naira or enter road with 2,500 naira, then you have to pay ransom, 2 million naira. Baba, weigh your option. Oh, as you are watching this video right now, people are already weighing their option on how to travel in Nigeria. They are now they prefer, if you have a party in Abuja, okay, sorry, if you have party in Lagos and somebody is coming from Abuja, they don't have problem in being in Lagos. But you see, traveling from that Abuja to that Lagos, they may never get to Lagos. Imagine, that's why it has become. The Abuja to Lagos, 3,000 naira, 4,000 naira by road, or I don't know how much you are paying now. Or you go and fly Abuja to Lagos, Lagos back to Abuja, 60,000 naira. Which one you prefer, to travel by road and pay 60,000 or 70,000 naira by here, or you travel by road and your family start to raise money for your ransom? That is the situation they are making everybody live with now. Some people are already adjusting to that. I told you. I said that time is going to come in Yoruba land that you and I will be talking about when are they going to release our kidnapped people. Are we not talking about it now? It hasn't gotten to the mass one, like Benwell. Yes, it hasn't. But it's going to get there. And then when we react, like the ESN, like the Biafrans, like the IPOB, they will bring their soldiers too and start killing us. Maybe you have no idea. Everything is just like, in sequence. It will get to that. You never believe they will ever kidnap people in Yoruba land, and the people who will survive them, survive the trauma, they will come out to tell you how Fulani terrorists were those who kidnapped them, who raped some people to death, who killed others, who slaughtered others to sell their body, to sell their body parts. And you begin to say, hey, where exactly did they kidnap you, man? On our way to Ibadan to Gbomosho. Where exactly, sir? That junction, that particular. Jesus. Esma, what time of the day? Say, why are you asking all these questions? I go to Gbomosho every day, ma. I don't know how I'm going to do it because you are the fifth person who told me that they got kidnapped. I know, people are dealing with that now. People are trying to adjust to that lifestyle. That is the lifestyle of one Nigeria. So Oni of Ife can go to a symposium, talk about beautiful building, talk about beautiful places and all of that in the city, in Abuja. They are about to turn Yoruba land into what? To a wasteland. They are doing it gradually because now small that they do them. They will invade your small villages, your small communities. They will ransack people there. All of you living in the cities, before you get to know what is going on, many people would have died. Many will never go back there again. Then all of you will be trapped in that your city, as they have already surrounded Lagos, surrounded Abeokuta, surrounded Akure, surrounded so many other places, waiting for the time to move in. So if anybody is talking to you about one Nigeria, see, let me tell you something, right? As I'm sitting there with you in the UK right now, officially, I am still known as a Nigerian. I still carry that passport. That passport, I've been looking for it. It's so useless enough that I've left it. I can't tell you. I can't even find it anymore. I mean, for the past 2 years. And I believe that it should be expiring this year. I have no business in Nigeria. I have no business anywhere, going anywhere. You get what I mean? Continue with your view. That's the situation. If anybody is telling you that you have no choice or this and that, yes, temporarily we are here where we are, but we'll continue to tell the world that we have preference, and you can't continue to tell us that we have no choice, not in this day and time, this modern day and time. And that's why we have to continue to push it, continue to tell everybody that you see all those people called intellectuals as His Excellency Mazi Nnamdi Kanu we call them rather, the hotel lecturers, the Bele lecturers, the Mumu lecturers, the Mumu Madus, and all and co. When they begin to tell you that one Nigeria, tell them we have alternative and we'll continue to demand for it. Not in this modern day and time. Don't let anybody talk you out of it. Don't let anybody continue to appeal to your fear, because that's what they do. They appeal to your fear. What about your family members? All these things you are talking about. When this whole war come now, they will just kill. They will kill everybody. All this war everybody is talking about. Who is talking about war? I mean, who? Asking that we won't let Fulani terrorists recolonize us in 2021. You are telling us, using colonization is too powerful. There's nobody colonizing anybody. Who told you that? So let's make it real. Let's continue to push it. And I'm so happy that people like us can actually apply and say, I am stateless. Do you know that? I'm not going to go back to Nigeria, where Boko Haram and all the terror gang, all the terrorists that you see everywhere, I'm not going to go into their midst. Some people told me, they said, Maiyegun, you are more valuable to us outside the Oduduwa Republic, because the missile that comes out of your platform is doing the magic. And the likes of Boko Haram and co, if they have their chance, so not even this Lagos Abobakus or this drug addicted Lagos Abobakus or this, all right, SARS. You know what I mean? But they said, Maiyegun, you are more and more useful to us where you are. Somebody said, freedom. I'm not a freedom fighter, by the way, but that's what came to my mind. This statement, they said, freedom fighters are either in exile, in jail, or they are dead. Do you understand that now? If you see those who are fighting, calling it fighting for our freedom, fighting for ourselves, for collective of people and all of that, they can either be in exile, be in jail, or be dead. The exile is that they will be forced to exile because the people they are trying to break from, they will be wanting to kill them. Is that not what happened to Nnamdi Kanu? First, they kidnapped him. Jailed him. Then attempted to kill him. That is to put him under the ground. Then that attempt sent him to exile. Those who are not really educated will understand what I just said anyway. But I believe you get what I mean. But at the end of the day, the people's resolve, the people's determination, the people's, the enlightenment, the awareness, the education will eventually be the people's force that will force those who thought they could put you in jail, send you to exile, or put you under the ground. They will run out of town. And that's exactly where we are. And as it is now, they said the army of, intelligent Oduduwans that we have raised or are woken up in all over the world, who are now ready to go back home. If this should ever lead to them having to be at home to make this happen. The number of them who are ready to go now, they have quintupled than you could ever imagine. And they're not coming back to save Nigeria. They are coming back to save what is left of our people. So when they appeal to your fear, your people will, they will just kill your people. You saw this war. They are already killing our people. Yet we are not fighting war. They are already kidnapping our people, raping our women to death. Are you with me? Butchering our people and selling their body parts, harvesting their organ and all of that. They are already doing all of that. But standing up to defend yourselves or ask for a self-determination or your own country, then you will see people who are from your region, Southerners, intellectually bankrupt, intellectually corrupt, morally fraudulent people advising us. We're not going to listen to anybody anymore. We've never listened to them. We will never listen to them again. Every now and then we will continue to demystify them, and you will continue to stay focused. Are you with me? You will continue to stay focused, and that focus is that the end result. What is the end result? For me, it is Oduduwa Republic. I have told people, I said, Yoruba man can campaign, can fight for Biafra Republic, but a Yoruba man will never make a Yoruba man will never make a Biafra Republic a reality. It is the Biafrans that will make a Biafra Republic a reality. An Igbo man can fight for Oduduwa Republic, but an Igbo man is not going to give you Oduduwa Republic. It is only when you, the Oduduwans, want it. And I'm glad that it is going to be a matter of time. Very soon, there will be this national call to ask everybody in Oduduwa land, do you want Oduduwa Republic? And with one resounding loud bang of voice, they will say it's a resounding yes. We are getting there. Are you with me? Everybody will carry your own cross. But as we do so now, we are brothers that will hold our hands from Yoruba land to Ijo land, to Biafra land, to Nupe land, to the TV land, to the Jukun land, to the land of everybody, every nationality that make up what is today called the Southern Nigeria. Are you with me? We hold ourselves. Everybody will speak for himself. Oh, I want to be part of that, your country. No, we want to be our own country. Make it open. Make it clear. Let people decide. That's what we are asking for. That is not war. I mean, in everything I said now, where did I actually ask us to go to war? But when you see these intellectually fraudulent people, they will change it to this. It's not that easy. Sometimes they will tell you, the North will not accept. How can you, an educated human being, engage in a conversation, and the next thing you're going to say is that the North, they are not going to agree. So who cares if the North agree or not? Do you know why you are still with Nigeria? Because the South hasn't agreed. They haven't agreed either. The South, they have not agreed to break away from the North. So once the South agree, piece by piece, everybody go come out cutlass, they cut himself out, small. Anybody who wants to stay with Nigeria will still stay with Nigeria. But we are so close. We are so close. And I'm so confident about that. I'm so happy about all our rallies coming up all over the world. So extremely happy, I have to say. And for those of you who are still planning yours, especially in Asia, in what do you call it, in the Arab world, you know what I'm talking about. So all of you should bring it on. Coronavirus is subsiding right now. Everything is going down, and then the social distancing. Announce them in all your gatherings. Come out on the chosen date. Pick your own date. Make it global. If I see any of your gathering, sure, I'm going to bring the whole summary of the day every day that this launch of a worldwide rally for Oduduwa Republic kicks in. Sorry that I've used an extra 20 minutes. You will love that, won't you? I'll open the line now. My first caller. Hello.
Oh, Maiyegun.
Yes, sir.
How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm good. I am an Ijebuma from the Yoruba nation. I have declared myself citizen for life.
Fantastic. So now you are live. Your name, sir?
Emmanuel. This is my third time calling. Listen,
I know. I have seen your. Yes, sir.
You played Boko Hari a little while ago. The video, yeah. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you look at his face?
I did.
You know, he's the only one. He's the only one in the whole world wearing a mask that is tied around his neck.
Around his neck. Mm-hmm.
You never. Doesn't that tell you something?
You know, I've told people. I said, when people said Boko Haram was not wearing mask, I said, even World Health Organization told us that you can't wear 2 masks at a time. You know that?
No. Well, I know that, but listen though. Don't let me take this too long.
Okay.
Because I know other people want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Now, remember Muhammadu Buhari told you that he was wearing a prosthetic ear, right?
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't that prove something to you?
I think you and I are on the same page, sir. I believe that the reason why they have to
he cannot wear a mask on the protected ear; it will fall off. You see, and it's young.
I'm with you, sir. Ah, what happened?
You see, and it's young.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Maiyegun live.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
your name.
I'm so happy. It's one of the best days that I've had talking to you.
Thank you.
You have you have so discipled a lot of people. But let me introduce myself first.
Thank you.
My name is Fred, and I'm calling from Atlanta, Georgia.
Fred from Georgia. Go on, sir.
Yeah. Let me not take much of your time. You have done a great job. You have discipled a lot. And I want to tell you, I am from Imo State, a proud Biafran. The one that the father fought for that war that we are talking about, the civil war in Nigeria. I am saying to you that you have done a great job.
Thank you.
You opened the eyes of many you might not even know. People like me, at the beginning, trust me, I was thinking Nnamdi Kanu is becoming unbecoming. But then I found out that through you, because I am this kind of person, I do not like when people talk forcefully, not false, but forcefully on people. To me, you become another kind of Hitler or anything. But when I started listening to you, I started reasoning, and I started to come in parallel line with Nnamdi Kanu. I found out it was the pain in his heart that is letting out. Through your program that is a Yoruba man, I can now accept what my Igbo brother stands for. I started seeing videos of him when this thing has not climaxed, has not gone to this particular junction.
That's right.
I saw those videos, and he did not upload all those videos. You were the one from Oduduwa Republic that actually brought out that video. That particular video is an eye-opening for most of us who at the beginning, we did not accept his message. Now, when you look at him, you will find out that he is a transcendent voice of the people, transcending voice of the people. Each day, he keeps getting louder and louder and stronger and stronger. And each day, this agitation of breaking off from that particular zoo republic called Nigeria, every day that call is bringing in effort and effort. Honestly. It is waxing stronger and stronger. Even some of my friends, I am sorry to say, who are Yoruba, whenever I speak in line with what, I don't even call Nnamdi Kanu. I've never even told anybody that I'm a follower of Nnamdi Kanu, but I tell people that I am follower of Maiyegun. And I'm telling you, my brothers from Yoruba, they will start saying, that is the national anthem of those who does not believe in the true.
Well, they publicly, even on this platform, Fred, on this platform, so many people were wondering, how come it's so easier for the Biafrans to mingle with the Yorubas, even mingle with other people from everywhere on Maiyegun's diary Politico? Like, it's so easy, but they didn't know that it didn't come easy too. And that was why when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said, go and listen to Maiyegun. You see that Yoruba boy? You see that Yoruba boy? Listen to that boy. I was like, somebody sent me the video. I'm like, this is great. Because even our own, my own Biafran brothers and sisters, right? They will still watch my video. And they will still be like, look at him. He's a Yoruba man. You can't trust him, Joe. Some of them have been watching me for the past 6 years, but recently they are beginning to now say, if I say this Maiyegun is real. So Fred, what you are saying tonight means a lot. So thank you.
Thank you very much. I'll speak to you again.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
God bless you.
And you too, Fred. It's all this validation and all that coming from the people who have indeed really paid attention, followed. Imagine somebody's telling you that I converted him to begin to listen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I mean, that's something big. Biafra, no? Hello?
Hello, Maiyegun.
Hello, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Your name?
My name is Sunday, calling from Dortmund, Germany.
Sunday from Dortmund, Germany. Sir, you're live.
Yeah, I just really want to appreciate the good job that you're doing.
Thank you.
Trying to open the eyes of a lot of people. And the time has come, a lot of eyes has opened. And Nigeria is going to disintegrate. Everybody will live peacefully on their own.
That's right.
That's my comment. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sunday. We want everybody to live in peace. I mean, let's part in peace. We can still be brothers. We can still be neighbors. Are you with me now? What is the population of Ghana? What is the population of all these other places? Even in Africa, where many people are currently earning their own living now. In Africa, Nigerians. Hello?
Hello, Baba.
Sir,
this is Ade from Glasgow.
Say that again.
I just want to say I love what you're doing. Ade from Glasgow.
Ade from Glasgow, is that right?
Yeah. I just want to say thank you for what you're doing.
Thank you.
I want to say much.
Bless
you. The righteous walk for the people. Have a good night.
And you too. Thank you very much for calling in tonight. Okay, you have a good night too. All right, sir.
You too.
As my own family in Glasgow. You see, Maiyegun's diary is helping me to find all my other brothers and sisters in Glasgow. Sir.
Yes, I'm calling from Canada.
Your name, sir?
Justin, actually. Yeah. Thanks for the great work you're doing.
Thank you.
You see that country called Nigeria. Let me call it a zoo republic, like my great leader Nnamdi Kanu called it. That zoo. One thing people don't understand is that it can never get better. Even if you carry Jesus Christ and put on that presidency, that seat, Aso Rock, Jesus Christ will do nothing.
They will sabotage him.
Yeah, exactly. He will do nothing. All his effort will just come to nothing. Because there are people at the corridors of power that even take Buhari apart. There are people at the corridors of power that their benefit is in corruption, is in a very devilish system. And only what they have to do is to go back to their people and tell their people lies. That is their job. That they come back and they get contracts. They are just at the corridor of power. They go back to their people, misinform them, tell them to believe in Nigeria, tell them to believe in this government or any other government coming, and they get contracts and they get, they live large. That is the Nigeria before. But this Buhari's government is even worse because these are extremists that believe in the jihad. These are extremists that believe in the jihad, and this is their only opportunity to achieve this jihad for themselves. They see it as the last opportunity. Without this opportunity, no more for them. So they are very desperate. They don't listen to whatever thing you have to say.
They don't care.
Or whatever thing that moves Nigeria forward. They're not interested in that. Anything that would enhance their cause to achieve that Islamization. That is only what they believe. And if you want to be on their page, just support that ideology indirectly, wherever way you can. Whether it's to go tell your governors to give land, that is then you're supporting the cause.
And you are fine.
Yeah, then you're fine. Yeah, just speak one Nigeria, you're fine. Speak they should give land to you, you're fine. as a religious leader, just say pray for Nigeria. You're fine.
You're fine.
Whatever you do to just keep this Nigeria one so that they can achieve this agenda. And you know, so people don't know how little by little the demography is changing, the environment is changing, the geography is changing. Little by little. If you look back 5 years, there was a big difference between how people live their lives and now.
No.
There's a big difference. You're slowly they are creeping in. They are creeping in.
You know, one thing they also do is that they try to make people adjust. They let you adjust to that style until you become used to it.
Exactly.
And it's like gradual. They are talking about bringing Sharia court to the South now. Because it's like we are too sinful in the South. We don't know God. Useless people.
And you see, because this demography of between 18 years to 50 years, which is more like 70%, because these people were born into a very into this system, very bad system, poor education, poverty, no infrastructure, and all of those things. They see it as normal, as like
normal now.
They don't know what is obtainable out there. They don't know what is obtainable in the US. They see the US as special, white people as special kind of people that God created friendly. That whatever they were able to achieve in the US is because they are white people. They don't know that this is just building institutions that work, rule of law, and a constitution that everyone adheres to.
Exactly.
That is how to build society. You understand?
Thank you so much.
They don't do that as that. They think it's rocket science for you to achieve good governance, you know, with good institutions and all of that. So for you, if you're talking about good governance, you feel like, oh no,
what's he talking about? Exactly.
Abroad don't scatter in brain. You know, say this one in Nigeria. They are used to the suffering. You understand? And that's why these bad leaders can always advance their cause, because the people already accept this mediocrity.
Thank you, Baba. Yeah, let me take another call. Yeah, thank you so much. Okay. I like that. That's a very good one there. Amazing. So I've got another caller on the line. Hello. Hello, sir.
Greetings, Maiyegun, General, Original,
Yes, sir. Reporting live.
My name is Chukudi, yes, without partiality.
Thank you.
That's
Chukudi, did I get that right?
Yes.
That's amazing. Now, Baba, you are live.
Thank you, my brother.
Yes, sir.
Some of them are dead and not living this life. Because 1 plus 1, they're not keeping, right? Their problems not easing. The truth they are walking away from. I see them leaving. Not seeing the reason to shout or do the one. Now is the season to hail Biafra. Middle Belt and Ariwa and all the nations, get wiser, get wiser. To my brothers who say they are Niger Delta, please look towards Oduduwa and get indigenous name. Don't take the name nigger. But most importantly, the South should be one, because every time you hear Northerners not like this, Northerners this. So don't go and divide yourself. South one, the Southerners. Don't forget the jokes of the government, of the governors. We know they're listening to what is happening, but we don't trust them. It's we the people. Now, brother Maiyegun, Fulani emirs on their throne, they have images of cow. So all they do must have cow. Let me look how. Now, to cow they bow. many times how they claim to have killed Shekau. My brother, Maiyegun, a word is enough for the wise, but a book is of no use for the fool. My people, be no fool. Stay and stand strong and do your best. Don't deal with Nigeria. Don't deal with Niger area. This is not indigenous to you. First of all, people must respect themselves before the world will respect you. Civilization started in Africa. Greeks did learn from Africa. So know yourself. I'll give other brothers too.
Thank you so much, Chukwudi. I told you to always warn me ahead. Always warn me ahead. So I will be prepared. I will have some mix up, you know, get some things ready to flow with the rhyme, you know. But again, that's another brilliant one. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the evening, okay?
I will.
Amazing. So I have another caller.
You know.
Hello.
Thank you so much. Yeah, hello, MG.
Yes, sir. Your name?
I've been trying to get to you for the past 4 weeks now. No luck.
I know. It's been like it's you know. Well, I'm glad you made it. You know what I mean? I can't explain it. It's a war on this phone, but I'm glad you made it. Your name?
I'm so glad to be on air. Honestly, I'm very happy.
Me too.
I've been following up all evening. I've been seeing some comments online as well, and I can notice that we all have different levels of understanding at this stage, and you are very correct. We are bringing some new people on board, and some of these new people seem not to really understand the dynamics of what you are doing, the dynamics of what older patriotic Nigerians, not those political politicians. I'm talking about people like them, Sunday Igboho, and all that great Nigerians, Nnamdi Kanu, what you guys are doing. Some don't seem to understand it. Now, well, I want to cut short my conversation so that other callers can come in. So what I'm going to say is that you, Nnamdi Kanu, Sunday Igboho, and
we are many.
The whole host of you strong, solid guys. What you have been preaching, you know, I would advise that you educate the Nigerians more, especially about referendum. I promise you, my brother, over 70% of us Nigerians, we do not know what referendum is. Go and ask anybody what referendum is. The first thing they think is war. They think you are about to go and carry guns and go and start shooting people. But to simplify things, I just want to quickly chip in. If I'm correct, tell me yes. If I'm not, correct me. Yeah?
Okay.
Referendum means that, okay, for example, because it's very good to do things with examples, yes? Yeah. Igbos want to go their own way, yeah? Or call it Biafra want to go their own way. Now, what the government should do is invite every single Biafran, no Arewa, no Yoruba, no other person involved.
That's right.
Give all the Biafrans a paper and let them mark whether they want to stay or whether they want to go. That is what referendum is.
Simple.
Do the same
as
thing.
ABC. Very simple.
Exactly. Do the same thing with Yoruba Nation. No Igbos are going to vote. No Delta, no Biafran is going to vote.
And in addition to what you said, after the people have chosen that they want to go, right, then the rest of the country, they will now receive that confirmation at your National Assembly, where you also have Biafran senators, Biafran lawmakers. Then you will now they not to vote to pass. No. They will adopt that decision of the Biafrans. Then they will now set process in motion or now to disintegrate and part Biafra out of Nigeria. Very Very easy and simple. That process can take another 4 years, another 5 years after people have voted to leave Nigeria. The process of breaking away can take another 4 or 5 years. Then it will be after that 5 years that they will say, we are going to declare Biafra Republic on October 1st, 2022. You know what I'm talking about? That's how referendum works. It's a long process. But it's a process that involved everyone. That's what people are asking for. It is not war. My brother, continue,
It is
sir.
not war. It is not war, my brother. You know, those people who are trying to make it war, it's either they are deceived or they are ignorant or they are trying to manipulate us. Or they are trying to manipulate not us because we know what is going on. They are trying to manipulate the ignorant Nigerians. So we need to keep educating the ignorant Nigerians that look, this is what. Okay, when I say ignorant Nigerians, I don't disrespect them. I just mean that they need to understand what a referendum is. Referendum is a vote, but it is not a national.
It's not a national vote. Fulani, Hausa Fulani, Yorubas, they are not going to have a say in who decide if the Biafrans want to choose where they want to be. We have no say.
Exactly.
In our them could decide. Is it the people in what do you call it? Our Ijo, Irobo, Ishekiri, our people in that part of the riverine area, they too, they can put in a referendum and say, we want to be part of Biafra referendum. Do you know that? And they can be part of it. People there will vote. They will give them voters card. They will say vote yes or no. Biafra or Nigeria. You will vote yes, you vote no. They will count it.
Exactly.
And that's how a country is birthed. That's how you build a country. That's how you start a country. Now some people sitting in a room and say, you. Oh yeah, you. Go and bring this. Baba, you and I should host a program. Thank you so much for bringing that up, okay? Referendum. And we'll continue to educate the people on it.
Nice to speak to you after so long trying.
I mean, you know, it's a delight as well. You know, I have to say, you know, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much, Baba. But you didn't tell me your name, or I didn't grab it.
Oh, my name is Vic, calling from London.
Vic from London. Thank you, Baba. You have a good evening, okay? Have a good one.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye. That's a very good one. A very good topic that people can pretend that they don't know, but they do know. But it's just like if it doesn't align with what they want, they pretend not to know. Hello, sir.
Hello, Mr. Maiyegun.
Yes, sir.
SP, me first author SB.
SP, good one. You're alive, sir.
SB.
Oh,
SB.
SB. I like that.
SB, okay, yeah.
Uh-huh.
My brother.
Yes, sir.
Most funny Josie. Let me talk in English.
Okay, sir.
They want to fight.
Hmm.
And they want to fight. And they are ready to fight.
Hmm.
And they want to go. But they want to destroy before they go.
Hmm.
They don't know what we have for them in their own land.
Hmm.
I will tell you the truth tonight. In the history of the northern part, Abuja, both Sokoto, their home headquarters, it will be worth more than Syria. Olodumare, the whole world will be shocked. You know, what I just see about the Nigerian governors from the southwest and south, instead of them to say the truth, nothing but the truth, they are playing games with their incoming generation. And I will tell you the truth. Their incoming generation or the current generation will consume them. We consume them, Mr. Maiyegun.
I believe.
This young generation, we consume them. Bet me, before in 6 months' time, you will see what is going to happen in Nigeria. The whole world will be shaken. They want to fight, Abi. They want war. Oh my goodness, God. I can bet you Nigeria army will regret. Even those one they have already affiliated, they have already put into our barracks. They will run Because these young generations, you see them, but you never see them, my brother. They are just like a ghost. When they come out, even the fake one they put in Aso Rock, it will evacuate the country. The country, it will run away. You know, anything I say is true, my brother. Anything I'm trying.
I believe
because if you see what is going on seriously, where I'm afraid a little bit is that the Yoruba don't need to play game here. Yoruba don't need to play game here. The Niger Delta don't need to play game here. Even the Igbo don't need to play game here. If they make a very strong mistake to play game, they will suffer for another 100 years. This is the right time to exit because there is a lot of things going on international. You see some of those letters they are sending to the United Nations. Aminat is there, is blocking it. You know what I mean? But Aminat, let me tell you something. Aminat is the secretary to the United Nations. The PRO is a Fulani. The West African is a Fulani, okay? And then in the African soil is a Fulani as well. They have already pulled themselves into a lot of high post in the world. But one thing I know is this. Ogun Ojayo Bari.
At all.
Ogun Ojayo Bari. My brother. Àwọn fẹ́ wá jà ní nǹkan tó wà ń lu wọn. Nǹkan táwa ní fún lu wọn mọ́. Robot ni. Ṣé bẹ́ẹ̀ tó bá yín náà máa pa? God will help us.
Thank you so much.
The British have already the British have already warned them.
They washed their hands off.
They have warned them.
They washed their hands off.
They have warned them that look. They have warned them. They told them these Yoruba people that want to fight you, be careful. Be careful. Seriously, we are not going to be part of it again. That is the end of Nigeria. They cannot contain. They cannot help Nigeria again. You better give them what they want now before they will consume you. But no, they are still strong. Iran, Iraq is supporting them and bringing all these things down to Nigeria. Okay.
We'll see how long that will last. Thank you so much, sir, for calling in. This is where I'm going to. Yeah,
I'm proud of you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir. So this is where I'm going to draw the curtain tonight. My time is up. 2 hours is almost done. Many of you want to call in. I know it's been a war of the fastest fingers and all of that. But I'm going to be back tomorrow. I'm back to work tomorrow. But I should be here. If there's any raging topic to talk about, to update ourselves, and also to continue to get our people aware, to be aware of the upcoming rallies in the city next to you. You might not even know that there is a city rally for the Dual Republic next to you, even in your own city. So on Maiyegun's Diary Political platform, on Koiki, on Citizen AY, on so many of these platforms where you will be able to get first-hand information about the Dual Republic, Yeye Dara Show, Mama Esa Board, because I know she does say one or two things as well about the Dual Republic. These are areas where you can pick up information about what is going on, okay? Keep yourself up to date. Don't get tired, all right? If you are not the type that love to sit back and watch videos like this, plug in your headphone, okay? Put it somewhere very safe, and then you can plug in your headset, okay? Enjoy the conversation. Sometimes these two can actually help relax your mind, take your mind away from some troubles, and begin to put yourself in that subconscious state where at least you'll be solving something in your mind. One of that will be never, ever to be trapped in the Nigeria lie again. We're not going to be tired, though. We won't be tired. We'll always be back. Thank you to every one of you who tuned in tonight. My friends on YouTube, you know how we do it. If you haven't really subscribed to Maiyegun's Diary Politico, you can do it before you go tonight. This is your second time, fourth time, or the 10th time. Come on. You can drop that bar now and click on that subscription on your screen, okay? Give me that thumb up right there. Let me see, where do I always check that out? Show you. Yeah, that thumb up under the video. Come out of the chat on YouTube. Come out of the chat, okay? For a second. And you see that thumb up, thumb down, share, and all that stuff. Give me that thumb up. I'll see you tomorrow. Everybody, stay safe and good night.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Bọ́ba bá gbé wúrẹ́. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìyẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Tí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí fa. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Òkúra olóṣèlú. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Maiyegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Maiyegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn rákì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.